you could take as many supplements as you want, but if your sleep's horrible, your training's horrible, and your diet's horrible, there's a great chance your hormones are going to be horrible as well. So when it comes to hormones, I find mine often work against me. Any tips to help me combat this?
It's a great question. And honestly, we get asked a bunch of different questions in this type of variation. It's been happening consistently between hormones, metabolism, gut health, all of those fancy buzzwords that you see a lot of people promoting their supplements or their diet or their workout routine to help you fix. Now, when it comes down to it, some people may not love hearing it because they may be clicking this episode or they may just be thinking there's going to be a supplement or there will be something magic that's going to be said here. But maybe you can take this as magic, is that I'm going to talk about the basics and I'm going to talk about the things that truly work and will help you 100% of the time when done consistently. So like I said, when it comes down to all of these fancy things, it will always come back to the same thing over and over again. It'll come back to having a high protein, healthy diet, strength training, getting quality sleep, stress management, and sunlight, as well as vitamin D. So even just when you think of your hormones, like there's a lot of different benefits of all of these things that I listed. Strength training will help boost testosterone and GH, high protein diet, testosterone, quality sleep, GH, testosterone, and leptin. Stress management will bring down your cortisol levels, and then sunlight and vitamin D will boost your testosterone and serotonin. So these are obviously things that a lot of times people will feel like it's working against them. And it's because there's one thing that's missing within this puzzle piece, right? You may be someone who just does not get quality sleep. Well, there's a reason why you have low energy, you're not feeling your best, and you're always looking for that next thing. And that's another reminder as we're talking about hormones is like really try to avoid looking for that shiny object that Josh was talking about earlier, because a lot of people will neglect these 5 things that I talked about that to me are quite simple, but they'll be looking for some sort of diet that promises that you will have your hormones rebalanced. And if you do a gut detox and gut cleanse, then your hormones will be at sky high and everything will be great, right? I'm paraphrasing here what some of these promises are, but there's just so many of them out there. And I know so many people who will be like, man, I saw a supplement and I think this is the best way to approach it. But then their diet, their protein's at like 40 grams a day, or they're just like eating takeout consistently without having healthy whole foods. So you really want to avoid doing this. Even strength training, right? It's so easy just to focus on cardio. Strength training is going to help your hormones in so many different ways. So simply put, stick to the basics. If you focus on these 5 things and give it your full attention, I promise you, you will feel incredible if you stick to it for a certain amount of time. Your hormones will thank you. You'll be able to lose fat quicker. You'll be able to build muscle faster. You'll be able to recover quicker. And that's my little spiel on that specific question.
Yeah, people all the time will say, what do you love about being a coach? Like, do you just like helping people like feel confident in their skin and look crazy on the beach and whatnot? And I do love those things. Like, I think the visual, the aesthetic is amazing because it's such a motivator. But from a health perspective, like the hidden benefits are just so immense because it's really easy to let your health slide. It's easy to get less and less sleep. It's actually crazy if you look at the average number of hours of sleep the average North American gets. It's absolutely shocking. Like, it's pretty crazy. I looked at a little study of that from around the world and how it's progressively gotten worse and worse. And with the amount of blue light that is out there as well, and just the challenges that come alongside that, it's more difficult than ever. So you're doing that. We're moving less. We're eating worse because we're so overworked. We're more stressed. And it just creates this big effect where just slowly your health gets worse and worse. Your hormones get more and more damaged. And as you get into a program and you start to say, how can I put fitness and health and really work it into my life, it just becomes such a benefit. And all the time, all of my clients say, hey coach, I went to the doctor. My doctor was blown away. Like, it didn't even look like it was the same person with my results from the blood work. And like, that's one of my favorite things, or seeing like just people start to pull back some things that go the wrong ways. Like if you're pre-diabetic or whatever it may be, you have the opportunity to really start to actually say, no, I'm going to be healthier. I'm going to work on that. And that can sometimes come purely from an aesthetic, like visual goal, which is absolutely amazing. And that's something that has always fired me up. And I personally never take too much stock into like over focusing on any one hormone. I know there's like a lot of buzz around hormones right now, and it's really But I do believe in general, like unless you notice a severe lag and unless you're doing everything right and still struggling, most generally by taking care of yourself, sleeping, eating better, and exercising like a reasonable amount, you can really fix most hormonal issues and really end up at a really great balanced and regulated place. And similar to what we said earlier, like there isn't some magic tea that's going to fix all your hormones. And if you think that, it's just not realistic. You do radically need to change your lifestyle. And like you could take as many supplements as you want, but if your sleep's horrible, your training's horrible, and your diet's horrible, there's a great chance your hormones are going to be horrible as well. It's just not how we were meant to live. And by it's not saying you need to fix those things overnight, but by taking positive steps to try to improve and grow and become a better version of yourself, that is how you can combat that.
Yeah, I know so many people with just really bad habits that will complain about stuff like this, but really be missing the bigger picture. Like it's so easy to, once again, people will drink a ton, they'll go to bed late. Like Josh was saying, even like fast food is just, it's hard for people to stay away from, right? Like you're just always on the go. You don't have your meals prepped. And there's just so many examples of this where you're looking for that next solution, but at the same time, just like focus on what's in front of you here. There will be the odd person like here and there where there more needs to be done, but I would say for majority of people, like 99+%, just simply focusing on the overall simple things that once again may be a little bit harder for some people to do that we've listed out will make a big difference on your journey.